Amir, what happened?
Yeah, so obviously finished dinner with the wife and was walking out of the restaurant, crossed the road to the car I had, and walked over to the car, and that's when two guys ran to the car, being armed, and put it right in my face. I mean, it's the first time I've ever had a gun literally pointed at my face. And in the UK, whereas the law's quite strong, where hardly anyone, even the police, don't really carry guns. Right. So it was quite shocking to see a gun, someone pointing it at me, and you could see that they were young. He seemed a bit nervous, and he kept saying to me, "Just take off your watch." And obviously, at first, I didn't know what he wanted, why he approached me, but he must have recognized and seen the watch, or right. Maybe someone in the restaurant tipped him off, and because it was a bling watch, and obviously they just wanted the watch, and as soon as I took it off, he didn't harm me, he didn't touch me, he just took the watch and ran away.
Do you believe you were targeted, Amir? Obviously, you are a celebrity. You've done incredibly well for yourself financially, obviously. Do you believe that they were coming after you and they knew that watch was valuable?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, I was in a restaurant taking pictures with a lot of people. And I've never said no for a picture. Whenever someone wants to come for a picture, I'll always, take time out and take a picture with them. So someone must have recognized that watch. I was wearing a really expensive watch, which is worth like maybe $100,000. And I think that news must have traveled a little bit. And before he knew it. So I do think that somehow it was set up. So maybe the news just went to the wrong people and they knew that I had a watch there.
I know the police are investigating, and thankfully there is some surveillance video that I know your wife actually posted on her social media. So thankfully we have that. Have the police said anything as early as it is in the investigation? Do they have any suspects, any leads, Amir?
The last time I spoke to them was obviously after the interview I had, and they said that they saw where the car went, and they've got the car. In that radius, they've got the cameras around the car. I've not heard nothing from them, but I've been filming myself all day for my TV series, so I've had a few missed calls from the officers, so I'm gonna have to get back to them at the moment. It's just that it's only been 24 hours and so much has happened. Plus, I've got my own work. I'm in the UK for only a very few days until I go back to Dubai again. So so much happened, and it's probably the last thing you want here, because obviously, I don't feel safe. I mean, I'm in City London, which obviously is a very well-known town and city, and everyone loves London. And now, after I was robbed, obviously you start hearing other stories, or you start reading up on other robberies that have happened. I mean, it's quite regularly it's happening. So really, I'm having a go at I need the Prime Minister, the MPs, Member of Parliament, and also the Mayor of London. What are these people doing? They need to improve their security and maybe get more police forces out, or do something about this, because it's not a safe place to live.
Right. To be walking on the street with your wife after dinner and have two guns pointed in your face.
And it's like 7 p.m. It's like 7, 8 p.m.
Right.
It's not like it was midnight. It was so early in the night where I could have been with my family. I could have been with my kids. Now imagine I had my kids. I've got a 2-year-old, I've got a 3-year-old, and I've got a 7-year-old. Imagine walking with them. It's so dangerous. And all I was doing was not thinking of anything, just went there with my family to have some food, and next thing this happens. So I just think that the politically, the UK government needs to do something about this, because this is happening quite a lot now, and especially in the likes of areas like Mayfair, Knightsbridge. These are the nicest areas of London, the most expensive, and the top areas where if people are coming there to holiday makers are coming there and getting robbed, I think it's unfair.
Yeah, I think it's a problem that not just the UK, in America, something we're facing in Los Angeles, where we are here, we're facing, and it's it's scary.
And it's crazy because people are going for watches. It's the watches that people are going for, because if you don't realize, I mean, I've been a watch collector for about the last 15 years. Right. But some of these watches that you wear could be worth in the hundreds of thousands, and 200,000, 300,000. So it's smart. There must be like a circle of a gang right there where they'll be just chasing people who they know has nice watches.
Right. I know you can't walk into a store in a lot of instances and buy a watch. You can't even buy a low model Rolex because it's such high demand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Amir,
that's what people are doing now. That's the reason people are going for the watches, because they know the amount of demand that there are in the watches. People know that they can make big money on them.
Yeah. I think I definitely think you made the right decision, Amir. Did you think about in that moment trying to fight back with as well as you handle yourself with your hands? But
look, I'm a
did
fighter.
you think about that?
Yeah, I'm a fighter, man. And there was a time where I thought he had a pistol, and I can just move the pistol to a side and just hit him. And I know that I would hurt the guy. He didn't really
probably knock him out cold.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't think he was that big of a build. He was probably similar size to me. But obviously, I'm a fighter. I mean, I'm a trained fighter.
Yeah.
But then the one thing that stopped me was having my wife not far from me, behind me. I mean, even if he had shot the gun, even if it didn't hit me, it could have hit someone else.
Right.
At the same time, there was another gunman on the right-hand side who was opposite the car, which then I realized a good job I didn't do that, because he could have shot me from the side. So, but look, in London, you never hear about guns.
Right.
This is something new. Guns are never around. You never hear that, this person's being shot or the gun was seen. But now, like I said, the police, the government must be slacking, because now it seems like everyone has one.
Right. I know that's what I have always heard about London, about the UK, about how there is hardly any gun violence, and especially as opposed to over here in America.
Correct.
Wow. I'm just thankfully you're okay, Amir, and hopefully they find the watch and find these guys. But at least you and your wife, if nothing else, you and your wife are okay.
The main thing is, look, the material things.
Right.
A watch, whatever, a wallet, or whatever money. So you can always replace them. At the end of the day, your life is more important. And that's why then, obviously, I didn't really react, because I thought my life is more important.
Absolutely.
If you've done so well all your career, you've worked hard, and you made so much money, and it's in the bank, and there's no point risking all that for over $100,000 watch. So, and you've got a family and kids, and I'm like, just take the watch and just leave me alone.
Absolutely. And thank God you and your wife are okay. Amir, thank you so much. Again, I hope they find these guys, and I hope you get your watch back. But most importantly, so happy you're okay.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thanks.
Thanks, Amir.